Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video. This one is going to be something that you've probably seen on, I'm checking to see that this is running, something you've seen on some other channels. I'm going to show you one of the new areas. I'm going to take you to the ship with the crow. And it's not a tough thing to find. It's actually, has to do with the Hawkmoon mission, but I would point out that if you're exploring this area, you want to start using the Hawkmoon and just carrying it with you just in case, because one of the secret areas requires the Hawkmoon to break a wall. Hawkmoon is the only thing that will break it. Now I'm going to show you a deft move here where I forget that I'm playing Warlock. I bounced off the wall there and of course dropped under the lip. But I play other characters so much that I just get out of practice with the jump. And I think, I'm going to have to start this mission over again. But I'm going to try to jump up here. And by golly, I make it. Never say die, I guess. So anyway, there's not a lot going on in Destiny right now. I'm going to confess, I could not drag myself into Iron Banner, not even one time this time. And that's 2 Iron Banners in a row that I have ignored. And that's really unusual. That's just the state of the game right now. Ordinarily, or forever, as long as there's been an Iron Banner, I've always played it. Even if I wasn't thrilled with the rest of PvP, I always made my way through Iron Banner, but so far in a Season of the Hunt, I just can't do it. I just can't. I have no desire, and be honest, I don't have that much drive to play the game at all at the moment. Combination of things. I mean, right now we're in the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season, which means most of the stuff is played out. I'm probably ranked up about as high as I reasonably will be. I might make 1255 base, maybe. That's a big maybe if the cards fall right, but since I'm not doing end game, there's not a whole lot of reason to worry about that too much, and I can do anything I want to do solo, so it's good enough. I guess I feel like, since I'm not trying to be a completionist and get everything done, this is probably good enough for me. So I just get in and knock around and just kill some stress here and there, and because there's plenty of that on the job. Anyway, you're going to see me drift through this area. I'm using the Ikelos SMG, which is one of my standards, Hawkmoon, and the Falling Guillotine. And there's really only one place in this entire thing that's going to present any sort of, you gotta kind of be careful, deals. You see here, I could take that down with the Ikelos. I didn't even have to use the sword for that. And even though I have plenty of sword ammo, I really do like my service revolver, and I thought of that as I picked up that heavy ammo, because I gotta tell you, that perk I've got on it where if I pick up special or heavy ammo, I get double the magazine capacity. It's just a killer trait. I did wind up playing that a bit later after I did this part right here, so I just want to throw that in there. Anyway, rambling a bit, let's kind of bring it back to the meat a little bit. I don't know how much I'm going to be playing over the next week or so. I'm a teacher by trade, and we have a hybrid schedule going on, which means I have twice the planning. I have in-school, in-person planning I have to do, but I also have to plan for the students who are going to be out. And it's also twice the grading workload, and I just wind up working late into the day when it gets right down to it. I'm just beat. I'm beat. I'm tired. So there's that too. Also, I'm trying to monitor, off to my side here, I'm trying to monitor PlayStation. I've got a TV going in the background with a feed going on for PlayStation drops, and it has an alarm. And I've got several devices all set to go if something should drop, so I could come in with different identifications, so I don't spam an IP and get kicked out. Anyway, no luck. I'm telling you what, I never dreamt that it would take this long to get a console, but that would reinvigorate me to try PvP again, I think, and really everything else. I've even thought about taking an old Xbox controller and plugging it in here and kind of refreshing my controller play, but at the same time, I don't know that I want to mess up my skills on the mouse and keyboard. By the way, this door right here, this is going to be, mark my words, this is going to be where the Hawkmoon mission, when we start getting random rolls, it's going to take us in that area. There is an enemy directly through that door, and there's no way to open the door. And I just started firing around at the Hawkmoon to see if I could break it open. But mark my words, this spot right here, where that double door is right there, that's going to be the entrance to the next area. It's closed off for now, but somewhere in the next 3 weeks, that's going to open up. All right, so this is the only area that is even approaching, you know, the place where you have to be careful. This boss cannot be taken down. If you did the Hawkmoon mission, you know this, but if you haven't, you can't bring this boss down without first breaking his shield, and you break his shield by tossing these, whatever they are, whatever you want to call them, orbs, artifacts, whatever they're called. But you're going to have to put at least 3 into him. And I've got 3 more laid out there. I've already hit him with 1. Main thing is just to keep moving. You know, don't get too close like I did there and just about got myself killed. I hit him. He's now hurt. If I can get into him with a sword, use the sword to swing back into him there. And he goes about half down, and then you're going to get these other enemies. And you want to take them down quickly. Don't mess around with them. Bang, 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 bang. Don't mess around. Trust me. And you're going to have all kinds of snipers that hurt. Keep moving. Find your cover. Play in and out of it. I've got a well, and I didn't even drop it because I didn't feel like I needed to. Because the recovery is so fast on a Warlock. I mean, generally speaking, as long as you can get yourself under cover for just a few seconds, you'll probably be okay. And I've dropped a Warmind Soul over there that I can get into and bust those guys down, so that helps. I have transversive steps on, but I just didn't run, so I wound up doing the reload, and once again, I'm getting sniped, and I need to drop below the slip so they can't quite get me so well. And look at that, that service, I am using, well, it's Hawkmoon, I think. Yeah, it's Hawkmoon. Hawkmoon has decent range, but I still like my service revolver better, if you ask me. Hawkmoon's perk, where you get the massively powerful shot, relies on you getting consecutive headshots in situations where that may not be easy to do. Alright, so I've cleared everything out. And that's that. Now, you look up. I'm just looking around to make sure there's nothing I have missed. And I step around, but I came in that door right there. I'm going to go up there, and you notice that there are a couple of walled-off doors. And we can try to get up there and see if we can get into them. Now, one more look over the ledge. Nothing here to speak of. Just a skybox. And I can't just jump straight up from here, as you'll see. That's just not going to quite get me there, not even with transversive steps. So I just need about another half step up. So I'm going to try that box right here, and there's a ledge right above it. I should be able to clamber that where it's broken down, and indeed I do. And now I'm golden. Up here, this is where I came in. You can poke your head in here, and you can see where I came down those stairs, and I came to the door. I want to cut to the left, where I can see that barrier. And there's nothing that's going to let me in now. I shoot. There's nothing for me to activate. Nothing at all. So I figured wait here for a second, see if it does anything. It doesn't. There's another one. I'm going to go look at it. It's right up there. This time when I come up, I see there's something I can activate.
I don't know why the Taken blocked that wing off. There's just an old ship down there. Spider wanted me to junk it, but I might have told him that I did and kept it for myself.
Doesn't run anymore. It was already in pretty bad shape before we got to it. And while Crow might be an excellent pilot, he isn't exactly gentle with his ships.
Barrier is down. You really aren't going to get lost here. You have 2 ways you can go. I cut right first, and there's the ship.
This ship doesn't look broken, Crow.
That's not even the same ship. Or I mean, it has the same silhouette, but this is...
It's a gift. Just like Hawkmoon, the Traveler transformed the ship, made it into something else. Something new.
I try to crawl all around it to see if there was anything special. And by the way, as far as I know, this is the first real time in Destiny, other than right at the beginning of Destiny 1, where you could actually get on a ship that's actually intact and look around at the 3D model. There was the crashed ship in the Cosmodrome that you had to search. There was a crashed ship on Nessus, and of course, there was the old ship. I don't remember the mission now. It was near the beginning when you had to get a ship to get off of Earth. Those are the only other times that you were able to actually get on a ship that I can recall. So, kind of a big deal. I think the rumor is that this ultimately will be a ship that we can be awarded. And the interesting thing about that, and I'll close on this, is if you think back at the Dawning event we just had, where our ships had different effects and actually began to impact our gameplay in as much as resource collection became more efficient. I'm wondering if maybe they make ships, you know, more of an integral part of the game, because thus far it's just for appearance, it's for transitions, there's not much else to it. So anyway, that's enough for now. That's where the ship is. You can explore around the area, but there's not really much more you can get into. You can't back out of the area. You basically have to load out into another area by transport, so not much else to see. So with that, this is Iron Bill thanking you for watching, and have a good night.